Young and Restless preview. EP Josh Griffith teases summer loving, hating, and everything in between. Get ready for the residents of Genoa City to get caught up in a sprawling story that will start with the introduction of the much-mentioned Aristotle Dumas. While young and restless viewers will finally get their first glimpse of the mystery man the week of June 16th, head writer Josh Griffith tells Soaps.com that what follows will be massive, like nothing else in daytime. How so? In, like, every way imaginable, that's how so. As a matter of fact, by summer's end, the whole canvas will have been changed forever thanks to the new power player on the scene. And while many of our favorites will spend the next few weeks caught up in the web of intrigue spun by the enigmatic tycoon in France, there will be plenty of action unfolding back in Wisconsin, too. Want more details about what to expect this summer? Read on. Have you heard? Ever since Damien first arrived in Genoa City, one name has been on everyone's lips. That of Aristotle Dumas. Now, after months of guessing, we're going to meet the secretive mover and shaker. Acknowledging that the anticipation has led to a certain pressure to deliver, Griffith promises that we found exactly the right person for the role. Who might that be? Mr. Dumas, I presume. Although no one has officially, or for that matter, unofficially, confirmed who'll be playing Aristotle, it's hard to imagine it being a coincidence that the character and Billy Flynn begin airing the same week. And yes, Flynn will continue to appear as Days of Our Lives' Chad DiMera, thanks to that show taping many months in advance. Let the games begin. What should viewers expect to see once things kick off? It's going to be a literal maze of mystery, suspense, and romance, Griffith says, with Dumas' reveal literally right at the center of a beautiful backdrop of the French Riviera. Checkmate? With Victor and Dumas on a collision course with one another, the battle ahead will be one of epic proportions. Dumas will find himself wondering if at long last he's met his match, previews Griffith. As for Nikki, she's put to the stress test. Victor's true love can't help but be concerned about her husband, who has only recently recovered from his near-fatal confrontation with Ian Ward. Mr. Right? For a while, we thought that smooth operator Damien might have a shot at being Lily's next great love, but her determination to meet Dumas seems motivated by something deeper than business. Well, who knows, says Griffith of the heroine's romantic future. Maybe it's Damien, maybe it's not. Family matters. At the front of Lily's mind at the moment is a determination to assess what Dumas wants with her nearest and dearest and how best to protect them. Once the two cross paths, however, who knows what might unfold? The X Factor. With Victor pulling the strings, Audra seems to be playing a dangerous game. Might her effort to tempt Kyle cause old feelings for the hunk to surface? Griffith suggests that Audra hopes the exact opposite happens, with Kyle falling for her, exactly as Victor planned. Remember, he teases, Audra is always going to look out for number one. Dark shadows. Of course. Audra might want to keep in mind that Kyle's current lady love, Claire, is not necessarily one to be messed with. She's currently the portrait of sweetness and light. But it wasn't so long ago that Aunt Jordan's influence led the beauty to do some pretty awful things. If she went dark again, wouldn't that be interesting? Muses the scribe. Coffee talk. Claire has other things on her mind, too, especially with Dad Cole suffering a health crisis. If something devastating were to happen, Griffith ponders, I think the impact on Victoria and especially Claire would be massive. The best defense is a good offense. Like Lily, Devon is out to protect his family, says Griffith. There is some deep concern on his part that Dumas is not only targeting the Winterses, but many players in Genoa City. But what can Abby's hubby do? Maybe you haven't met Devon, but he's not going to shy away from a conflict that could impact so many people that he cares about. He's going to do whatever he can, Griffith promises, to protect his father's legacy and his family. Opportunity knocks. Upon arriving in France, look for Billy to make the most of the situation. Because he's such an opportunist, previews Griffith, Billy is someone who's saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be looking at Dumas as an enemy. Maybe I can look at him as somebody that can help me get Chancellor back. Independence Day. Don't expect Sally to take a back seat to anyone, including Bo Billy. They are on very solid ground, but she's going to stand up for herself in a big way, Griffith foreshadows. It's fantastic. But how will Billy take what she winds up doing next? Together forever? Acknowledging that a large portion of the audience sees Nick and Sharon as endgame. Griffith says the formerly wed pair will definitely reconnect as things unfold in France. But, he reminds, they've hurt each other so many times. Translation? Not so fast. Even if Schick is endgame, the high school sweethearts who grew up together, grew apart, and then back together, are, Griffith admits, their own worst enemies sometimes. Ruro. Bet it all on red. Following the trauma that Phyllis suffered after being kidnapped by Laurent, she is more focused than we have seen her in a long time, submits the scribe. She's in a position to achieve what she needs to both romantically and professionally. And everyone will be green with envy. We're 100% right there with Griffith when he says that I think it's time for Phyllis to get a win on both fronts, in work and in love. Can we get an amen? It takes two. It took them a while to get here, but Griffith says that Chelsea and Adam have finally reached a point where they are rock solid. Is that an altogether good thing, though? Summer is arriving in Genoa City with more than sunshine. It is bringing tangled romances, bitter rivalries, shocking betrayals, and emotional crossroads that promise to keep fans of the young and the restless glued to their screens. Executive producer and head writer Josh Griffith hints that the coming weeks will deliver a season packed with passionate love stories, explosive family feuds, and unexpected twists that challenge every major character. For longtime viewers, summer has always been a time when relationships evolve in dramatic fashion. This year is no exception. Griffith teases that romance will bloom in surprising places, while old resentments refuse to stay buried. Every victory will come with consequences, and every secret has the potential to change lives forever. At the heart of the excitement are several couples facing defining moments. Some relationships will grow stronger through trust and sacrifice, while others will crumble under the weight of lies. Characters who seem destined for happiness may suddenly find themselves questioning everything they believed about love. Fans can expect emotions to run high as familiar faces confront difficult choices. One character may finally confess feelings that have remained hidden for months, while another struggles to forgive a betrayal that cuts deeper than anyone anticipated. The result is a season filled with heartfelt conversations, emotional reunions, and heartbreaking goodbyes. Of course, romance in Genoa City is never simple. Every kiss seems to create a new problem, and every declaration of love often leads to another unexpected obstacle. Griffith promises viewers that the balance between hope and heartbreak will keep audiences guessing from week to week. Family dynamics will also take center stage this summer. The powerful families of Genoa City continue to fight over loyalty, legacy, and control. Old wounds reopen as generations clash over business decisions, personal relationships, and long-held grudges. Parents struggle to protect their children, while younger family members seek independence and refuse to repeat the mistakes of the past. These family conflicts become even more complicated when business interests collide with personal emotions. Alliances shift quickly, creating opportunities for unlikely partnerships and dangerous enemies. A trusted friend could become a fierce rival overnight, while former adversaries may discover they have more in common than expected. Griffith also hints that revenge will play a significant role throughout the summer. Several characters believe they have been wronged, and they are determined to settle old scores. Some revenge plots will unfold slowly, allowing tension to build over weeks, while others explode suddenly with shocking consequences. Secrets remain one of the show's most powerful storytelling tools, and viewers should prepare for several major revelations. Hidden truths that have been buried for months, or even years, begin surfacing, threatening marriages, friendships, and business empires alike. The emotional fallout from these discoveries promises to reshape relationships across Genoa City. Meanwhile, Ambition continues driving many of the show's biggest players. Corporate boardrooms become battlefields where power, money, and influence are constantly at stake. Every strategic move carries personal consequences, especially when family members find themselves competing for the same prize. Despite the intense drama, Griffith emphasizes that hope remains an essential part of the show's identity. Even in the darkest moments, characters continue searching for redemption, forgiveness, and second chances. Some will find the courage to rebuild broken relationships, while others learn that healing takes time and honesty. New friendships are also expected to emerge during the coming months. Shared experiences and unexpected circumstances bring together characters who rarely interacted before, creating fresh story possibilities and emotional depth. These surprising connections may ultimately become just as important as the show's long-established relationships. For younger characters, summer represents a period of personal growth. They face important decisions about careers, romance, and family expectations. As they navigate adulthood, they discover that every choice carries lasting consequences. Their journeys mirror the show's broader themes of resilience, identity, and perseverance. Veteran characters, meanwhile, continue proving why they remain fan favorites. Years of history add emotional weight to every conversation, making even simple interactions feel meaningful. Griffith acknowledges the importance of honoring the show's legacy while introducing fresh conflicts that appeal to both longtime viewers and newer audiences. One of the most exciting aspects of the upcoming season is the unpredictability. Griffith suggests that viewers should avoid assuming they know where any storyline is heading. Just when a situation appears resolved, a new twist changes everything. These unexpected developments help maintain the suspense that has defined the young and the restless for decades. Love triangles may become even more complicated as former flames reappear and unresolved feelings resurface. Characters attempting to move forward often find themselves pulled back into familiar emotional patterns. Whether they choose passion, loyalty, or independence remains one of the biggest questions of the summer. Friendships will also face serious tests. Loyalty becomes increasingly difficult when personal interests conflict with promises made to loved ones. Some friendships emerge stronger after surviving difficult challenges, while others end permanently because trust cannot be restored.